Okay, let's just jump right in. We're going straight to the heart of one of the world's most talked about and most secret meetings, the Bilderberg Group. For decades, this meeting, it's been the stuff of legend, right? Often painted as some kind of shadow world government pulling all the strings. But what's the real story behind all the myths? So you've got these two totally different stories. On one side, there's the myth, a shadowy cabal deciding the fate of nations. And on the other, the official story, just a private forum for open discussion. The truth, as we're about to find out, is way more interesting, and it's somewhere right in the middle. To really get what Bilderberg is all about, we've got to rewind the clock, way back to just after World War II. You have to remember what was happening at the time. The Cold War was just kicking off, and the relationship between the US and its allies in Western Europe was, well, it was getting pretty shaky. So this Polish political thinker, Joseph Retinger, comes up with this idea. He organizes the very first meeting in 1954 at the Hotel de Bilderberg. And the goal was simple, but, really powerful. Let's fix this fractured alliance. Not with more treaties, but just by talking. And this is a really crucial point. Bilderberg was never set up to be some official decision-making body like NATO. Its entire purpose was to create this off-the-record space where influential people could speak freely without the pressure of making official policy on the spot.
All right, so who actually gets the golden ticket to this famously secret meeting?
Every year, a select group of about 100 to 150 people get an invite. But here's the thing. It's not some permanent club with a fixed membership. Instead, a steering committee actually handpicks the attendees for that year's specific meeting. And man, the guest list is like a who's who of global power. You're talking prime ministers like Tony Blair, finance titans like David Rockefeller, and tech leaders like Eric Schmidt, all there with top figures from academia and media. But the key distinction is that they're invited as influential individuals, not as official delegates of their organizations. Geographically, it has always been heavily focused on the Atlantic community. About 2/3 of the folks there typically come from Europe, with the other third from North America. This really shows you its roots as a forum designed specifically to strengthen that transatlantic relationship. And here it is, the secret sauce to its secrecy, the Chatham House Rule. Now, this is a real rule used in a lot of high-level discussions. It means participants can use the information they hear, but they can't reveal who said it or who else was there. This is what allows a sitting leader or a CEO to float a radical idea or admit a mistake without it becoming a global headline the next day. So, if they aren't voting on world policy, where does the group's real influence come from? This, right here, is the core of the entire dynamic. The true goal is something the source calls an alignment of understanding. It's not about forcing consensus or voting on a plan. It's about getting 150 of the world's most influential people to agree on what the big problems are and how to think about them. And here's how that alignment translates into real-world action. It's a ripple effect. An issue gets discussed frankly. Participants then carry these new perspectives back to their powerful spheres of influence. And over time, similar policies start to emerge across different countries and corporations. It looks coordinated, but it's not the result of a direct command. It's the result of a shared mindset. The group also acts as a kind of observation deck for rising talent. They often invite people who are on the cusp of major power. A classic example is Bill Clinton, who was invited in 1991 while he was still just the governor of Arkansas, a year before he was elected president. It's a way for the established elite to size up the next generation. But in our modern, hyper-connected world, can a group like this really continue to operate behind closed doors? The short answer is it's getting much harder. Bilderberg is facing intense public criticism for its secrecy, and privacy is nearly impossible in the age of social media. But perhaps the biggest challenge is just a changed world. The rise of global powers like China makes the group's traditional Atlantic-centric focus feel increasingly outdated. So, to put it all together, Bilderberg isn't the all-powerful cabal of conspiracy theories, but it's not just a pointless social club either. Its real power lies in creating a space for the elite to align their thinking. To survive, it may have to evolve from a secret society into something more like a limited public dialogue forum. And that leaves us with a final, provocative thought. As the world demands more and more transparency, what role, if any, should these kinds of closed-door conversations have in shaping our collective future? Is there still a place for private forums for the powerful?